Ah.
Scene 121A. The two Alexes.
3 yıldız bir.
Hey,
Bakalım saniye.
what do you say we make this one real?
Oh, you know it. See you at the finish line.
Ah, yes. This is what we have been working toward. The within made manifest. The conflict real. The outcome unknowable. My greatest work.
Bana niye bu kadar ağır geldi bana
Clever
ya?
was it?
Gaz alısına korkuyorum şu an.
Scene 121A. The two Alexes. Action!
Hey, what do you say we make this one real?
Oh, you know it. See you at the finish line.
Ah, yes. This is what we have been working toward. The within made manifest. The conflict real. The outcome unknowable. My greatest work. Ah, clever was it?
Cut and print. And that
Yapamadım
bloody
galiba
look
bir
is
an.
definitely, positively a wrap. So, Victor's asked me to join his remake of Rendezvous. Turns out he saw the thing we did in Edinburgh. It's a huge opportunity. And all thanks to you, kid.
Actually, you know, I've got this idea. It's
Umarım
about
yapmışımdır
twins
ya.
who fight crime. In cars. I'm in. Tell me more.
Yapalım şu. 5 saniyeyle kaçırdık. Gerek yok ya. Ulan 100.000'i verecekti, gitti şey mavi beyaz ayakkabı verdi ya. Ne işime yarayacak? Var mı yapmadı? Ya yapıyorum ya. Haritada ay defter oynasın. Serbest mod ne? Yağları tek başınıza veya arkadaşlarınıza görmeyecek. Yaşayıp yani tamam. Çocukların bildirim oldu. Çok yetenek kurdum. Bakın. Ben varım. İyi para varsa işin içinde. Aa, 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 saniye. 1 Oh, görsel güzelmiş. Severiz. Önce bir arenayı tartayım. Atmadan tabii ki de. Camelot yapalım. Yalnız bunun da şeyine baktık kanka. Bunlar da 1 milyon yapıyor adamlar. 1 milyar yapmışlar hatta 9'uncu. Çok zor süre kaç. Çakma. Dışarıda pist var aslında. Pistte de yapılır. Sayıyor mu ki acaba? İçerideki pistten sayarsa güzel puan toplarım. Girsene o 12 çarpana ya. 6 çarpanda kaldın ha. Nasıl beğendin burayı? Hop. Hadi be yapamadım. 50 bin mi? Sabahtan beri var ya X'e basmaktan parmağım koptu. Gerçekten mi? Uçlardan şuraları unutmayalım da şuradan uçalım. Yardır baba yardır. Çarpı R2 analog. Baş döndüren kusmalı drift. Burayı gördüm. İyi oldu. Buradan geri döneceğim şimdi. Ulan o kadar bastık şey mi oldu? Oğlum niye açtınız o zaman orayı? Karşıya çarpacaksak niye açtık acaba? Niye 6 çarpanla kaldın ya? Lütfen şunu 20 lira 10 lira çıkar. Sen de dönme be. Yapamadım. Bak şimdi lider tablosuna bak. Bunlar ne ya? Ne oluyor bu? 1 milyar mı oluyor? %38 içindeymişim. Abi çok zor ya. Şuraya bak. İlk yüzde kim var bakacağım, merak edeceğim. En düşük puan ne yüzü? 2 milyon. Adamlar 2 milyonla listede var ya. Bana göre değil. Neyse biz görevden devam. Nerede bizim hikayenin devamı?
I just got my hands on a piece of Mexican racing history. Wanna see it?
Of course. I'm on my way.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. at your destination.
%71 oldu. Bakalım burada nelerimiz var.
Let me guess. Today's episode of Mexican automotive history with Ramiro is about the Baja 1000.
You are very perceptive, my friend. This dune buggy was the first car to race here. Let's take it for a spin. The Baja 1000 is probably the most prestigious race held in Mexico. Do you know how it all started?
I assume the Myers Manx has something to do with it.
Correct again. The Baja 1000 started as a very elaborate marketing campaign for the car you're driving. But let me start from the beginning. On the 22nd of March, 1962, Dave Eakins and Billy Robertson did the first real Baja run. They went from Tijuana to La Paz in 39 hours, 56 minutes on new Honda CL72 Scrambler motorcycles. So they probably were a bit sore afterwards. They got a lot of media coverage though. A year later, Myers started to work on a prototype buggy he called Old Red in his garage in Newport Beach. It was based on the VW Beetle, and it paved the way for what we know as buggies. Cars that are built for off-roading using the Beetle as a donor chassis. But I guess they wanted even more publicity because in April 1967, Myers decided to make an attempt at breaking Eakins' record. And it worked! Myers did it in 34 hours and 45 minutes, beating Eakins for more than 5 hours. The rivalry was known as Buggy Beats Bike in Baja. Sounds like something you did back in the UK, doesn't it?
O artistliği yapmayacaktım. Ya ben niye uğraşıyorum ki Allah için buggy zaten. Kendimden uğraşacağım.
Myers Manx became an overnight sensation as a result, and suddenly they were friendly races all
Ben
across the
süreyle
Baja.
yarışıyorum zaten burada.
It wasn't long before they realized they needed something more organized. That was Mexican 1000. Guess who won the inaugural event?
Sen ciddi olamazsın ya. Saymıyor mu yani ben buradan geçince onu?
Myers Manx?
You're on fire today! Yes, in 27 hours and 38 minutes. The official race was 100 miles shorter than the original route, but it's still impressive. The Mexican 1000 was later
Yola
renamed
girecek.
the Baja 1000, and is run to this day.
Bunları çarparsam evet, tam da tahmin ettiğim oldu. Şuradan sola kırarsak sıyrılır mı? Sıyrılır. Sırt tarlaları. Sevmem.
In 200 meters,
Bir daha var.
turn left. Turn left.
Hep dağın direkt dümdüz karşısı. Güzelliğine baksana. Hiç bana mısın demiyorum. Bakacağım onunla ya.
In 100 meters, turn left.
Al daha ne? Daha ne ya? Yetişir miyim? Yetişirim abi. Yok ya yetişemem.
In 100 meters, turn left.
Birazcık abartmış olabilirim.
In 100 meters, turn left.
I love that story. My abuela used to tell it to me at least once a year. Hey, hey, come quick! Papa Fernando needs your help!
Okay. I'll be right there.
Fiyatı.
Televizyon kullanmışsın mı?
In 100 meters, turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Allah cezanı vermesin.
In
Aklımı aldım
400
lan.
meters, turn sharp left.
Nasıl bir iş ya? Ne
Turn
oluyor
sharp left.
lan?
In
Sırat
200
köprüsünden mi
meters,
geçiyoruz? Her yer
turn
bembeyaz
left.
oldu bir anda.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn sharp left. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 100 meters, turn left.
Bayağı işte lan. Bak gene. Gerçi benim hatam var. Solda duruyor. Çocuklarda benim hatam var. Solda duruyorum.
You have arrived at your destination.
This is a big investment, my friend. If you're sure, I'll call the owners and vouch for you. I'm sure they'll hand over the keys when they know it's you.
Oğlum ne oldu lan? Hikayeden niye çıktı bu?
Oh, right. I get it now.
To be honest, though, it was me who needed your help, not Papa Fernando.
I can't fault that logic. Who are the other racers?
You know them. It's the Born Fast crew. They're raring to go.
Hadi bakalım. Papa'nın arabasıyla
Hey, he's eager. But this isn't really a street race.
233 yıldız.
Just the finish line.
Okay.
So keep to the route and get there first.
Oğlum ne oluyor? Tozdan topraktan hiçbir şey göremedim.
It's hard to overstate the effect that the Beetle had
Sıçtık. Toparlayamadım.
when it arrived in Mexico in 1954. Before that, all we had were
Gerçekten mi ya? Abi gerçekten mi ya? Şurada bu araba nasıl eve dönüp dönüp giriyor ya?
So this new European style car. Hey, he's eager.
Zeta Corsa ne
But
kadar
this
lan?
isn't really a street
Ne kadar bunun fiyatı?
race.
Neyse yazmıyor.
There's no checkpoints, just the finish line. So keep to the route and get there first. It's hard to overstate the effect that the Beetle had when it arrived in Mexico in 1954. Before that, all we had were these huge American cars. So this new European-style car with its shape and light chassis and those adorable headlights and an engine that anyone with a tractor could fix was, well, a complete game changer. They were so exciting that they were displayed at the Ciudad Universitaria in Mexico City, and there were lines to come and see this new car. Production of the Beetle started in Mexico soon after 7 of them finished the Carrera Panamericana. Before that, people were a bit worried about reliability, you see. We Mexicans love a good-looking car, but a car that can do work is better. The Panamericana convinced us, and in '61, Automex had assembled 250 of them. By '62, the first plant had opened in Jalostoc, making 10 of them a day. We love that car. So another plant opened in Puebla in 1967. And in '71, El Bocho became the official taxi of Mexico City, which is why you see so many of them today. It's funny. The first Bochos were imports, or CKDs. But 1971, we were exporting them to Costa Rica and back to West Germany, Austria, Belgium, everywhere in Europe. It was a sad day in 2003 when the last Volkswagen sedan Ultima Edition rolled off the production line and went home to the Volkswagen Museum in Wolfsburg. Like that! We're gaining! So loved was the Bocho that it eventually outsold the Ford Model T to become the world's best-selling car. And was the first to reach 20 million sales. Sure, other cars have staked their claim on that title in recent years. Don't worry, we'll set it up and go again.
Ulan yedincilikten dördüncülüğe geldim. Başaramadınız dedi. Alakasız yollar yapmışsınız. Kamera açısını açacağım ya. Şurada yavaş tutacağım ya. Vallahi yedincilikten dördüncülüğe kadar geldim. Orada birinciliğe kadar çıkacaktım. Rotayı bok gibi ayarlamışsınız. Benim ne suçum var? 50 tane yapay zekalarınız bile anasını satayım yolu şaşırdılar. Ara sokaklara girdiler.
So this new European style car with its shape and light chassis and those adorable headlights and an engine that anyone with a tractor could fix was, well, a complete game changer. They were so exciting that they were displayed at the Ciudad Universitaria in Mexico City, and there were lines to come and see this new car. Keep it up. We'll win this. Production of the Beetles started in Mexico soon after 7 of them finished the Carrera Panamericana. Before that, people were a bit worried about reliability, you see. We Mexicans love a good-looking car, but a car that can do work is better. The Panamericana convinced us, and in 61,
Kankam vurma dur bir. Viraj alıyorum canımın içi. Hay ananı.
62, the first plant had opened in Halostock.
Bak o da vurdu.
10 of them a day. We love that car. So another plant opened in Puebla in 1967. And in 71, El Bocho became the official taxi of Mexico City, which is why you see so many of them today. It's funny. The first Bochos were imports, or CKDs.
Allah kahretsin. Şuradan bir viraj alacaktım zaten.
In 1971, we were exporting them to Costa Rica, back to West Germany, Austria, Belgium, everywhere in Europe. It was a sad day in 2003 when the last Volkswagen sedan
Oğlum ben nasıl birinci oldum lan? En son dördüncüydüm. Neyse rotasyon kaybetmeyelim. Şimdi gene başaramadığınız yazarsa ben burada çıldırırım. Yıldız 2.30 mu? 2.30'a yetişir miyiz? 1.8. Ya bu yollarda zor işte ya. Abi şuraya baksana. Nereye girdim belli değil. Adamlar yapay zekaların hepsi şu an arkamda kayboldular. Bak haritada gözükmüyor. Bana en yakın kimse? İkinci bile gözükmüyor şu an. İkinci olan bak nerede gözüküyor. Şuraya bak. Şakasın ya. Neyse ağır süreyim. Yapacak hiçbir şey.
Was the first to reach 20 million sales. Sure, other cars have staked their claim on that title in recent years, but none are so timeless and unchanged as the Bocho.
Neyse yedincilikten birinciliğe. Easy. Bad boy. Açıklamadı. Bad boy.
That is a great car. Probably the most iconic car in all of Mexico.
Ulan neresi harika ya. Vosvos
Es
bildiğin bu.
increíble que un auto
Bosfa.
tan pequeño deje un vacío tan grande. Adiós, Sedan. Thanks. I'll call you when I've got that next one ready.
3 milyon paramız var. Hatta 4 milyon olacak.
I have a brilliant idea.
Another one.
Ben bir
What
mola
happened to the
vereceğim
previous
ya.
idea?
Siz yayını izleye durun.
This one is better. Meet me in town.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left.
Bonus fanı var. Az. Varmış lan burada böyle. Geleceğim. Geleceğim.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Geleceğim. Geleceğim de bakayım bir yol bana dönettiriyor mu bana? Ayıp. Evet. İşte bu.
Recalculating route. In 200 meters, turn right.
Ben biraz hız düştü. Hız düşmeseydi yapardım da. 150 metre.
In 100 meters,
Easy.
turn left.
Easy, easy lemon squeezy. Burada da varmış bir tane eksik. Burada ne yapmışım falan.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Seninle uğraşacağım ya.
In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Yürüsene sığır. Sığır oldu sığır.
I have two cars here. A first-generation Volkswagen and a seventh-generation Volkswagen Golf. Made in Mexico for almost half a century. Sadly, they stopped building them in 2021. But we can still race them. What do you say? To make it fair, I will give you a chance to make an informed choice. Let's go for a test drive. And I've got lots to tell you about Volkswagen Mexico.
Hey guys.
Volkswagen Mexico headquarters are in Puebla City. It started production in 1967 with the famous Beetle.
Aa bir saniye lan.
As we call it, the Bocho. VW made multiple attempts at replacing the famous Beetle with newer models, but all of them failed way short of achieving the production figures until the Volkswagen Golf came into play. The first generation was released in Mexico as the Volkswagen Caribe, and had quite a few variations, including the Golf GTI you're driving right now. VW engineers, inspired by the Beetle GSR, designed and prototyped the Golf in secret as a Skunk Works project. Little did they know that the Golf GTI would become the hot hatch. Shall we jump 40 years in the future and try the 7th generation? The 7th generation of the
Ne
Golf
oldu oğlum?
first
Volkswagen
appeared in
bayisinden mi
2012.
aldınız her şeyi?
This version is the Volkswagen Golf R,
Volkswagen arabalarını
R
test
made in
ediyoruz ya.
race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds.
Hiç drift arabası gibi de durmuyor.
Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here.
Bunları saymıyorsam var ya oyun hiçbir şey demiyorum sana ya. 345 ne oğlum? Sabahtan beri yardırıyorum. Salak mıdır nedir bu oyun ya? Tekrar yapacağım.
All right. Enough driving around. Let's go head to head, after you've had a chance to rest.
Bilseydim başta drift atardım.
The seventh generation of the Golf
Neyse, dert
first
değil.
appeared in 2012.
Biraz hızlanalım.
This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race.
Ondan sonra kilit açılırsa. Edersen drift işte
This was
ya.
the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time
Süremiz
of
de var, 3 dakika.
5.1 seconds.
Şöyle etrafta birazcık yıkalım. Yıkamadık. Ben biraz abartacağım.
Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here.
Hello, hello. Sesimi duyan var mı? Transla yapalım. Bu bug'a girdin ya. Kaç yaptım acaba, çok merak ediyorum.
Enough driving around. Let's go head to head. After you've had a chance to rest.
Oha, 110 yapmışım lan. 50.000 istiyordum. Yazmıyor ki başta, yazsa. Dert değil.
I'm a fair man. I'll let you choose. Which Golf do you want to drive for our little race?
I'll take the Golf GTR.
Karımın sesine hastayım ya. Beni benden alıyor.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Şunu verseye bana. Görür de o 110.000 değil. 110 milyon yapardım drift'i.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. You have arrived at your destination.
Gerçekten mi? İç içe mi soktunuz şeyleri, yarışları?
I hope you know some shortcuts.
Abi Gene Golf GT geldi, eski kasa.
See you at the
Ha bir de
finish line.
yarışıyoruz, okey.
Don't make me wait for
3 yıldız 1.45. Hayırlısı diyelim ya. Benim gazı hiç kesmemem lazım ya. Abi zaten kaplumbağa gibi. Kanka sence 1.45 yapar mıyız? Hiç emin değil baksana. Önümde duruyor ya. Allah'ın yapay zekası. Çok zor. Çok zor. Çok zor.
What a race! I am actually surprised the first generation still holds up. I'm sure you didn't cheat.
Çok zor. Allah'ın dağında bırakacaksın değil mi? Görev yerinde bırakmayacaksın. Nasıl biliyorum?
I have a story to tell you, my friend. About the old
4
wolf in the
kilometre.
swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp? I'll pick you up.
Ne oluyor oğlum? Araba niye bu kadar attı kendini sola?
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. Turn left. Meters. Turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. Arrived at your destination.
That's the old wolf.
No, that's an old truck. The wolf is waiting for us at the swamp. Haley asked us to clear some debris, and I've got just the car.
Hedef 2, kalan süre 1.55.
Of
Okay.
course. Who do you think I am?
The driver who just...
Ben biraz fazla kaptırdım kendimi arada pek şey gösterince.
Destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
That's fair.
Dizayn çok güzel ya. Bunu ayağı gazdan çekmeyeceğim. Dümdüz. Ayağını o gazdan çekme. Ayağını o gazdan çekme. Bazen de çekebilirsin. Yol tutuş çok komik.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Dön ulan.
This car is too old for this kind of driving.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Daha yeni mi farkına vardım pezevenk? Nasıl gidiyor da?
Turn right.
See?
Deden yaşında bu araba.
Here in one piece.
And gave me a few heart attacks. You get to explain to Haley why she's paying to repair my granddad's car.
Dayı oğlu ben bunu nasıl oturtacağım şimdi ya? Ay.
Now me introduce you to the Ford Lobo. This car is more your style.
Now that's a hecking good wolf.
İşte bu sağlam bir kurt.
We
Bunun
call
havanı
it
çıkılır
Lobo
ha.
here. Marketing in this country
Ne
is
istiyorsun kral?
outstanding.
Yetenek mi?
Let's get to work. See all that
Okay.
Russian stuff? Clear it out. What? No, it's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It
Biraz
is
ağaç kıralım.
just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997.
Hayır, o ağaca
The
vurma.
rest is history.
Bu ağaca da vurma.
The Ford
Ona da
Lobo
vurma.
quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern
Tarlaya
Rangers like
girmek
the one
istiyorum
based on
ya,
the
evet.
F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No, no.
2 yılda 85. Okey, sen benimle 100 binden
So it's the
anlaşırsın
same
ya.
car? No, there are loads of
Versin.
differences. Like a dog and a
100
wolf.
ya.
Lobo only comes in XLT and with
Biraz
higher trim
korkmuş
levels.
parçalayalım. Daha
The base
süremiz de
version
var.
is still sold in Mexico as the F-150, but the Lobo is the elite F-150.
Biraz da suya girelim.
Great, job's done. And the scratches will
Kaç
buff
puan
right
yazdı
out.
acaba? Çok
Thanks
merak
for the
ediyorum.
help. Now I just need to get my abuelo's old F-100 back to the garage.
Hmm. 400 bekliyordum ya.
I've got 1,400 horses and I need you to help with them.
I think I know what this is. I'll be right over.
Sen yılan gibi. O bile drift ata geliyor. Geliyorum ben ucube.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Şimdi 6 çarpandan 12 çarpan çıkarsana bir şey deyince. Oğlum niye 6 çarpanla takılı kaldın sen öyle? Önümden ucube. Gider ayak bunu da alsaydım keşke. Sıkılmış kaldım. Biraz fazla kaçırdık galiba ama olabilir olur şey. Fark değil yani. Önemli olan inancını yitirmemek tarz
400
durumlarda.
meters, you will arrive at your destination.
İyi devam ediyor. Biraz tarlayı biçelim. Ya abi neden o yıkılmıyor?
You have arrived at your destination.
Hey there! So, look at this. 1,400 horses of electric Ford Mustang.
Arabaya bak.
Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice curves up ahead.
Pardon İngiliz satı.
Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like that?
Sesine bak.
I'm really asking. This is 2020.
Birazcık abartmış olabilir.
2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach 1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlán Assembly. Cuautitlán Assembly has been building cars since the 60s.
Var tamam
And more
anladık.
than
Turist modunu
2.2
açtık.
million cars later, we're
Sıkıntılı
sitting
mı
in an
kaldı lan
actual
acaba?
space machine made here in Mexico. Quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. Calm down. I know you like to go fast, but I had a big breakfast. This isn't just a prototype. Cuautitlán Assembly does a range of options for the Mach E.
Toparlarız bundan ya.
A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge.
Tamam anladık lan.
GT version is the really wild one.
Da bırakmazsın şu an bunu 2 dakikada. 15 saniyede yapayım üzere.
bit fast. Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice
Oğlum ne oluyor?
curbs up ahead.
Az bir şey sola viraja dokundum. Ne oldu, araba kendi kendine fırlatıyor.
Calm down. I know you like to go fast, but I had a big breakfast. This is 2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach 1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlan Assembly. Cuautitlan Assembly has been building cars since the 60s. And more than 2.2 million cars later, we're sitting in an actual space machine made here in Mexico. Quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. This isn't just a prototype. Cuautitlan Assembly does a range of options for the Mach E. A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge. Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like that? I'm really asking. The Performance GT version is the really wild one. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. This one is quite a bit faster. Honestly, when I first
Tamam,
tried
en iyi
it,
drift
I had
arabası
to go and
sensin.
sit in a quiet room for a bit. And I've flown airplanes in a storm. Hey, I have to give this back. Be careful with it. It's wild tech. You can switch from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive at the touch of a button. And when you get into tuning, you can basically tweak every one of the 7 engines individually. It can make 1,400 horsepower and a ton of downforce at 160 miles per hour thanks to the Aero 2.
So what you're saying is, not bad for something that weighs more than that F-150 of yours.
Yes. Hey, this isn't your Mach E. Be careful with it. I have to give it back. And there we go.
Yapılmaz bununla ya.
Sunrise over the sea. Beautiful.
Araba çok kendini
But
atıyor.
we're not done. There's one more thing to look at. I'll let you know as soon as I have found it.
Abi benim yayınlarıma ne oldu ya? Niye kimse yayınları izlemiyor?
Okay, this one will be epic. I found a Porsche Carrera. You know what that means?
Racing? And what do you mean, found?
In a barn, of course. And of course it's racing. Come meet me at Guanajuato.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. meters. Turn left. Turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. At the roundabout, take the second exit. At the roundabout, take the second exit. You have arrived at your destination.
Şu görevi de yapayım, yayını kapatacağım.
This beauty got her name from the Carrera Panamericana. The races don't run anymore, but who can blame us if we take it out one more time? Right? Let's see what this car can do. There's Jamin. Guess he wanted one last race.
Let's do this!
The original Panamericana ran from 1950 to 1954, originally celebrating the opening of the Mexican section of the longest road in the world, the Panamericana Highway.
Eleman haritadan silindi.
The first race had 132 competitors, and everyone turned up. Amateurs to F1 drivers, men, women, professionals, anyone who had a car.
Do you know anyone who participated?
Aleja thinks Papa Fernando did, but she thinks Papa Fernando did everything. I know we used to go to the races with my grandfather. Ah, qué buenos recuerdos. There was no speed limit before 2012, and you'd see cars doing 180 miles per hour. Not that I'd know anything about that. 2,100... 178 miles of the Pan American Highway run through Mexico. The race itself had 9 stages and lasted 5 days. But the sheer distance wasn't the only challenge. Constant changes in the elevations from sea level to 3 kilometers up. The most challenging road race in the world. The winner of the very first Carrera Panamericana was Herschel McGriff, who drove an Oldsmobile 88 at an average speed of 88 miles per hour. The Porsche Carrera got its name thanks to
oldu.
Hans Hermann, who won the small sports
Yarın
cars
yayın
category
kapalı bir
in
şekilde oynarsam
1954.
büyük ihtimal 90'a 100
He drove the
bulurum.
Porsche 550 Spider and came third overall. He was sick before the race, and his tires came off at the start. He really...
Ya o nasıl oldu ya? güzel basıp gidiyordum
pull
yolda.
through against the odds. Porsche had 6 cars competing in 1954, and all of them made it through the end. A lot of others didn't, let me tell you.
Enjoying yourself, are you? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling you were.
1954 was the last year the original Carrera Panamericana took place.
Enes Batur kazan.
It gave us the most famous Porsche model, the Carrera you're driving right now.
Bilal sen şaka mısın amın?
The Carrera RS 2.7 was the first production street racing 911. It was
Gerek
built on the
atıyor araba kendine.
911S 2.4, the fastest Porsche you could buy at the time, and a popular choice in the later Carrera Panamericana races. The race was revived in 1988 and ran to 2016. Staying true to the original races with high-speed road stages. The routes for the race were carefully selected every year by planning committee and local government to ensure they were race-worthy and that they can be closed up for 2 hours. You could almost say they've been preparing for the festival for a very long time. This is Jamin's exit.
Kadar sıkıyorum
Have
gidelim.
fun, my friend. Take care.